Hey guys, it's Hayden. Welcome to my latest Diecast model review. This time I'll be looking at the 1/18 scale Delorean DMC-12 in the satin finish by AUTOart, and this is in the Composite Diecast series. Let's take a look. So this model doesn't have that much of what do you call it? Pieces inside the model. It's got a plastic tip for opening doors. Got some instructions here and here. And without further ado, let's open the model up. So actually, before diving into the main juice of the model, this is the bottom, and it's actually very impressive with how much paneling and suspension linkage underneath the model. It's a rare sight. So here is the DeLorean DMC-12, and it looks like the worst looking model ever in my collection right now. But anyway, this composite model's very interesting because the first time I opened it in the model shop, and I was just surprised by how the plastic or the stainless steel finish is replicated. Is very impressive, and I'm just surprised. So you can have a look. It's genuinely really good, and you definitely forget it being a actually this plastic model with iron weights inside embedded inside the model. It looks pretty dang good, and that might be an issue. Probably the only complaint that I have for this model. It's pretty cool. They even got this right. They got a distinction between the rear bumper and the body panels. And this futuristic model definitely succeeded, and succeeded in costing twice as much as they recommend their MSRP versus their actual cost. And I think in 2018-20, straight out of the Wikipedia, is worth 68,000 US for this very underperforming sport GT car. It's got a 3.8 liter V6 making 130 horsepower, which is blasphemy in 2019 performance car stats. But they definitely picked the right place to showcase in the infamous or famous movie called oh boy uh yeah, that took me a while. Back to the Future. So it's very interesting. It's taking, what's this performance stats? Set 10.5 seconds from 0 to 60 miles per hour. That is some epic numbers. But jokes aside, this model is really well made. Apart from the back hood is flimsy as. I kind of like how everything flows in this model. It's very 1980s. You can see the front looks very boring and square and rectangular. And actually, maybe talk a little bit about the back. And this is actually a rear wheel drive car. And I'm trying to get access to it. But so speaking of over budgeting, and you can tell why this car went over by so much. I mean, first off, it features stainless steel finish on the rear car, and secondly, it's got golf wing doors, and the third thing is like very stylized front hood. And you imagine the engine being there, but no, it's on the back. So actually pretty cool in terms of detail. This model is pretty intriguing. It's got DMC markings for the V6 in the back, and the interior has got very, everything seems to feel right. You touch it, it's got carpet, and of course functional steering, and kind of not like how they put the hinges on there. Pretty dang cool. And just too bad I didn't get the diecast, their first release, because that one is worth so much more compared to this, and it's got a even better finish than this. But I'm surprised they pulled this one off from the Composite line. It's pretty dang good. It feels right, and it's got quite a lot of this car has so much windows too, eh? From the side here, from the back. And check out these genuine wheels. And the models shot lines are pretty good. And speaking of the elephant in the room, and I didn't see it at first, but look at here. I don't know what happened, but it's all scratched up. I guess from the grand scheme of things, you don't look at the back that often. But then again, I don't get why. And I think the shot line's pretty good too on the hood. You can see it's about the same. And I think this model is, yeah, again, I gotta admit, this composite model is a lot better than the ones before from the earlier release, like Huracan or Alfa Romeo 4C Spider. The plastic color is just yeah, you can see them right through the direct sunlight. Well, I mean, this one is stainless steel, but it depends on what color you pick up. And if you're picking up white or light yellow, those will look bad in daylight. But this one is, it's a delight, actually. I think that about wraps up for this video. If you got any comments, or if you have this model, just let me know what you think. And have an awesome Eastern weekend, guys. Bye bye.